What's going on, everyone? It's time for another show review. Last night I went checked out the Offspring with Simple Plan playing at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. It's November 7th, 2022. So, what did I think of it? Well, let's talk about it. So this is another big show. I guess you could say mainstream style show I went to. Um, yeah, so Simple Plan open. There's only the two bands, and yeah, they played for an hour, which is really impressive. They're a pop punk band from Montreal, believe it or not, and yeah, they're going on a Canadian tour with the Offspring. I actually have the shirt on right now of the tour, but yeah, and so yeah, Simple Plan. Well, they're most well known for like I'm Just a Kid or whatever that song is. I think that's their biggest hit. They have some other big hits too, mainly off of like their first two albums. but yeah, and they did a lot of interesting stuff. They came out to the Star Wars like theme, like when you hear the stormtroopers marching on the Death Star and stuff. That was pretty funny. And then yeah, so then they started got the ball going, and they played like more of their newer stuff in the beginning, which most bands do. And then as it goes on, they played a couple homages to like grunge and things like that. And then yeah, I totally forgot that they actually wrote the Scooby Doo theme song though. So they did that live. That was pretty bloody cool. And then obviously they did I'm Just a Kid and stuff. They played for an hour. They had a lot of energy. They had a cool late show and stuff like that. And they were pretty impressive. I was pretty impressed with them. They were better than I was expecting them to be. So I'm not huge into Simple Plan. I only know a few songs by them, but still, I thought they were pretty decent live. I'll give them a 4 out of 5 for their performance. And then the Offspring headline, they're a punk rock band from I think somewhere in California, and yeah, so they've been around for a while now. I only remember two distinct songs for some reason, even though I love their Smash album. Their new album I actually finds pretty interesting. I know a lot of people hate it, but I thought their new album is actually pretty inventive and unique and takes similarities of other songs and blends it with some newer punk themes and stuff. And like they've been around for a while, so for an older band to do something like that, it was actually pretty creative, I thought. They're really funny and entertaining band live, especially Noodles, their guitar player, the lead guitarist. Anyways, he's entertaining in that. They played like 20 songs. They played for an hour and a half, so it was a pretty good long set, and they're pretty loud live. I love the live sound of that of their show. It was really well done. They have some cool old school style visuals with like the multicolor camera look. They had a mosh cam. They had everything. They had a blimp with on a drone attached to a drone flying around. They had these big balloons filled with smoke, so when it fell down, people could push them, and eventually they'll pop, and there's smoke and stuff. They had some cool little things like that to enhance the show experience and stuff. They had a decent light show. It was pretty trippy half the time, but yeah, they opened up with one of their biggest songs, and then yeah, they played more like their newer stuff, and then as this halfway through, they break out and play a little bit of jam. I did a little jam session with like played some Metallica, Maiden. I think they played Pantera at one point and stuff. That was pretty interesting. And some other classic stuff, goofing around. And then they played all their big hits right at the end, and it was quite the show. It was a lot of fun, a lot of energy, really entertaining, and I love the live sound of that. So they're way better than I was expecting them to be live. So I'm gonna give the Offspring a 4.5 out of 5. They're a really good live band, and yeah, I knew more of their stuff than Simple Plan stuff, but still, that was it was a really fun show. Overall, I'll give the whole show probably like a 4.5 out of 5. It was a lot of fun, way better than I was expecting it to be. So yeah, but yeah, so that's my thoughts on the Toronto show at for the Offspring and Simple Plan. They're all going all across Canada, so they just started like a week ago. So they have like another like 2 or 3 weeks of shows coming up. Mainly like Peterborough, they're playing tomorrow. I think they're playing Kingston, Ottawa, Kitchener, maybe, and then they go more into like um Alberta and BC and stuff after that. But yeah, definitely catch them if you can. Both bands are really good live. So, and it was my first time seeing both of them, so that was always a treat. So yeah, that was definitely a good show. If any of these bands sounds like something you might want to check out, or if you can't put a song to the name of it or something, I'll link all the bands down below with their biggest hits and stuff down below so you can check those out. And also make sure you check out my Instagram and TikTok. That's linked down below. That's where I have a lot of pictures and videos of the show up on there. So make sure you check that out and follow me on those. And yeah, that's it for this one. Make sure you subscribe me so you can hear more show reviews and reviews on other things. We've got a lot more movie reviews and stuff coming up. I got another vampire film video coming up after this one, and then maybe even creature feature vampires films are like the ones I'm focusing on right now. So yeah, those will be coming up. And don't forget to ring that bell, because also my next show is next week sometime. I think it's like the 21st or something, where I'm gonna go see Motionless in White with Black Veil Brides, Ice Nine Kills, and Atreyu at Coca-Cola Coliseum in Toronto. So if you're there, make sure you see me there. Come by, say hi, let me know what you think of the reviews. And yeah, and make sure you tune in for my review of that show, which will probably be the next day or two. So yeah, also my Aftershock reviews are still in the making. They are coming. I'm just too busy right now to finish them. So I'm still working on them though, and the review of that festival will be coming out very shortly. So make sure you tune in for that too. And yeah, don't forget to support the bands you like, buy their music, buy their merch, go see them live, support them any way you can. It's really hard being a band right now, so make sure you do all that. And yeah, but that's it for this one. So till the next one, rock on.